Hello, everybody. I'm so excited. Today I'm interviewing Sherol Singh, and she's another wonderful lady I met in my travels in Melbourne. And let's get straight to it so that you can get all the goodies out of this interview. So, Sherol is really interested in helping people get movement into their life. And we all know movement is linked with health, is linked with energy, is linked with vitality. So, she's created something special. So, first, Sherol, I would love to ask you if you're happy to share, how did you start to create something for people to encourage them to have more movement? Where would you be able to share where you started to get into this whole topic of health?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Sabine. It's a pleasure to be here. My personal journey with movement hasn't been great to date. And this is what led me to start Keep Active. So as a young person, I was always on the heavier side, exercise was only reserved for weight loss. I didn't really see any value of moving my body if I wasn't losing a few pounds. And it's only in my teens when I saw the hardship of what my mom went through. She had chronic disease, which lasted for 7 years, and it was kidney and diabetes. And it was quite horrific in that she lost a few limbs. I mean, I won't go into it. It was as a young person trying to navigate in a new country with a migrant family, it really left its mark. And I think often that's what people forget, that if you are in that chronic illness phase, it's not just the person, but there's a whole support network that are riding the journey with them. So, and then when I've obviously she passed away, and then I've had my own kids. And then I realized that how important it is for me to look after my own health. And it's more than just weight loss. But the one thing I constantly struggle with is I am a social person. I love exercising with people. I
Mhm.
pay gym memberships and I don't use it because I'm there in the mirror looking at myself. It is boring to me. Like, I applaud people who can wake up at 4 a.m., they're at the gym or outside. I'm like, wow. But over the years, I've realized I'm a social person. I want to talk.
Mhm.
It's that I don't know what it is. It makes you get out of bed to go and do something. You look forward to it. It's fun in your 1 hour of chats. Time's pass, you've had your exercise, it's done. Um, and then I met a couple of ladies in COVID, really, and they were doing badminton. I used to play badminton, but I never saw myself as a sporty person. And then
Mhm.
I gingerly, gently approached them and tried a few sessions. And I thought, gee, I can do this. And I'm having so much fun. The group died once COVID lockdowns lifted in Melbourne, which were quite strict at that time. But I still wanted to exercise in a social setting, and I struggled to find other women to play with. So it's been a journey. And then based on that, I put a website up there thinking who can play with me. And that's how it started, really. It's just grown. I think people in this social space of social exercise, you need other people. And that's where it's really found a place with it resonates with all of us who love social exercise, that there is something in it where you can connect with someone and you need another human to exercise with. And that connection bit is what I'm making super easy with my website, which is keepactive.com.au. So the idea is any businesses, any organized sports, social group organizers can put their business listing or group listing there, and get leads, get inquiries, get people, making it super easy with the web presence. Because if you're a small, I don't mean in a bad way, but if you're like a small organizer doing your own thing, we just need a bigger presence to be found. And I think that's what the platform is really giving them. And to date, we've received some great feedback. So that's what's keeping us going now, is
So,
just the feedback and the idea that we're helping connect people.
oh, that is so powerful. So, is this you're based in Melbourne at the moment? Is this Melbourne
Yes.
wide? Is it also around coming around Australia? May I ask?
Yeah, so the website is Australia wide, but we have got a lot more presence in Melbourne, New South Wales, and Queensland, and other states. It'll just build slowly, but those three states have a bigger reach, a bigger audience at the moment. Users are coming in. So yeah, that's where it is.
which is fabulous. It's yeah, the population is so much bigger. So because I'm in Adelaide,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I can help you,
Yeah.
create more movement here. And we all thrive so much. I really love your concept of those people. And I'm like that too. I would prefer to go with a friend anytime, have a
Yes.
chat and feel like that was fun and we cheer each other on. It's a completely different thing than going by yourself is doable, but generally, as you're right, we are absolutely social creatures. And if COVID
Yes.
hasn't taught us that, then nothing will teach us that. We thrive when we're together, even if we make jokes, even if it's just very simple, giving each other a lift, or afterwards having a cup
Yes.
of tea, or even just saying, "Oh my God, we both want to go, but today we're feeling a bit like not going," but then you go anyway. It is
Yes.
so rewarding. I bet you that. Do you get a lot of stories like that from?
Yes, it's amazing to read the contact emails. So obviously I get a copy and I see what people have written, and I can follow up on that. And it's amazing. So one of the ladies said, I am in my 50s. Um, I'm looking for yoga that is proper yoga and not like, I mean, I'll use the word dumbed down version of yoga for older people. So it's like, because we are living longer and we are fit. Like
So good.
it's amazing. I've got emails from my dad's here. He's 76. He wants to join your badminton group. He's super fit. I would consider him an intermediate level. Like those sort of emails just amaze me. And then on the other hand, we'll get I think teenagers are lacking in this space, that as play opportunities for teenagers. I've seen some messages from parents go, my kids don't really want to do competitive level, like club level sports, but they do want to play. Can they join? Like this, it's really inspiring to see how people are looking for this, basically, like looking to connect.
I
And
love
right
it.
now, through social media, obviously, we all know how it's dictated by the algorithms, and we all
Mhm.
need to have a presence. I mean, I have a presence as well, but I think having a web-based search function makes it really easy for people to connect as
Mhm.
well. So I think we forget that Facebook is 20 years old. I met someone and they said, I'm not even on Facebook. What are you talking about?
Yes, the next
So
generation.
I just went, oh, yeah, that's right.
Actually, I really love what you said just then because I'm still learning about you. I am also like that where I don't like competitive sport, and I'm sure there's many more like me out there, like you
Yeah.
just shared. I don't want to be competitive. I don't want to feel like I have to be there all the time, and if I'm not there, the club will lose, and I have to really stress
Yes.
out. And it's that whole like testosterone thing. I've never had that. Some people thrive on that.
Yes.
I love the idea of badminton, and I like badminton too, and my kids also do. And to be able to go and play for fun. My goodness, that's such,
Yes.
and it's so needed out there. And to connect people up, I'm so thrilled. I really am.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
goodness.
it's really exciting. And look, I'm learning heaps. They often say if you know how hard something is, you never start, right? So I'm glad I didn't listen to that. So
Yeah.
it's this space of I mean, you're in this space, Sabine, for much longer than me. It's people motivation. It's providing them with the support. It's making it so easy that people feel empowered to make that decision for themselves. And just one thing I'd like to say in closing, answering this question of yours is what I've noticed it with social sports, social exercise, group exercise. There is one thing that keeps people coming again and again. Like if you want consistency in your exercise and a reason to get up, like you said before, I think social exercise is the answer.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people in my own group that show up ev almost every week for 2 years. And
Mm-hmm.
I know that I've noticed other people's groups that we've connected. People are just coming back again and again. So, um, it is something in that social bit.
That's really a big thing, yes. And if people don't consciously realize that or know how to say a group falls apart like yours did, right? And
Yeah.
then they feel like, well, what next? And then often people have got this
Yes.
momentum, and then I know they get stuck. And I used to do this, and I used to do that. So with your
Yeah.
website or with your presence, people would be able to say, oh, actually, let me look up. There is someone, and it's quite different
Yeah.
than Meetup because it's actually tailored towards connecting people with that age game to have movement in a group. It could be hiking, it could be, like you said, badminton, it could be
Exactly.
swimming.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
that.
So often, like, say you've got an injury and you have to modify your exercise. That doesn't mean you have to stop. You could hopefully find something a little bit different. And you also takes away that boredom, like anything after a while, you get bored. It's just natural. So you could come in and see what else is there. In this space, I learned, which I didn't initially like appreciate, how important events are. Events are used as a motivating tool. So you see an event and people would look forward towards that. Or it could be a come and try event, like modified sports. There is such thing as modified sports, but there's also other things, like beginner word in this space is huge. Like everyone is a beginner when you try something new. And that just means you've got your L plates on, right? It's not about being perfect. It's like giving it a go and not being too hard on yourself, and you know what to expect. And then slowly you build from there. But the other question you talked about with organizers is when the group is dying or hasn't got enough members, there's not enough. One thing I'd request people is, if you have a group, do not let it get to that stage. Like, think about it. A lot of these groups are run by volunteers or people with the goodwill. And as a business, I'm having to be in so many fronts, like having a presence, because that's just the age we are in, digital age. Like, and then if you're a volunteer or a small organizer, it's even harder because, first of all, you don't have that, you're not coming from that background. And secondly, you're volunteering your time. So if there's any businesses out there who have got groups like this, I plead you, please do not let your community dwindle down, because building from that stage is extremely difficult. By having a continuous stream of new people coming in, new community, it just revives it. Like, I've experienced it with my own group. It dwindle down and then someone new will come up. There'll be a lot of activity, and it kind of, people motivate other people in the group. So I have a WhatsApp group, and it may look like of the 40 people, only 10 talk, but the rest are getting motivated. Like, and a lot of people in this space, whether it's a business or, it's a volunteer goodwill thing, it's still having that same purpose, right? You're trying to connect in your community, provide an outlet, give a service. So yeah, I just like to say, do not leave it late. If you need a website presence, please come and join us, and let's see how we can help each other out and give you more members. Because if you leave it too late, then it's a much harder ask to build the group again and that momentum again.
And that is a really great tip. And I love that you shared this on video, Sherol, because some people will go, oh, yeah, they might have forgotten. They're part of this lovely thing that's been organized, but they don't realize how much goes on in the background. Because unless you've ever volunteered and done it, or run your own little business, like I have my yoga, and how much that takes to build a momentum. People may not recognize it because they have got their own challenges, right? And I love that you bring that to light. And this can help people who are watching this not just appreciate what others are doing, but maybe also send that video out and share it so people can appreciate what they've set up, and that there is a platform that can support that continuation, which is really important. Yes, I think.
Thank you, Sabine.
Fantastic that you're addressing that, because not everyone talks about that. People just die and go, oh, well, that was that, as in the companies or the yoga groups or the little badminton groups. And it just fizzles away. Even music groups happen like this, band practice or artists groups. And so it's really powerful that you have the awareness, hang on a second, we're not getting enough influx and we're not having enough fresh energy. What can we do? Where can we ask for help? What can we do to keep it going? So you are a great resource for that. I love that. That's a really big community that that can reach out and chat to each other even, and connect and broaden something up. It could be competitions, like you said, in a fun way, like imagine badminton got big in Melbourne and badminton was huge in Adelaide, and we all decided then, hey, why don't we meet in Mount Gambier, or why don't we meet in Adelaide one year and in Melbourne one year, and just see how we play together. I can imagine this getting just so fun and personal.
I mean,
And
the opportunities are there, but it's really giving a platform to people who in this space,
yeah.
because like I said, it's recognizing there's an organizer. There's a lot of work that you have to do. I interviewed a lady. Obviously, she's playing indoor netball, and then she's saying she's working unpaid job before every game, dedicates an hour and a half of her time to deal with cancellations, to deal with fill-ins, to deal with replacements. I mean, to the point where it becomes exhausting, but she does it because of the love of a game and the people that she's meeting. So right now, like, the community element is big. I'm learning heaps from the people that I'm trying to help and connect. And then at the same time, trying to grow the business. So it's an interesting and learning space for me.
I love that. And may I ask you a couple of questions now that you've
Sure.
offered a lot of tips? Is there like women's and men's groups, or is it always mixed? I'm just curious. I haven't looked yet, but
Yes. So
things
now
like
they are mostly it's mixed, but you can choose to have like a men's only, women's only, because these are community run groups. So we don't tell you how to run your group. So however you're running your group as it is, we're giving you like a digital presence, like an online presence outside of the social media. So if someone is not on Instagram, Facebook, I mean, a lot of older senior citizens would be in that age bracket where they would do a web search and look for things. One of the other feedback I got, middle of the year, we did a survey with the people who have subscribed to our receiver newsletters and things to see how could we improve. And one of the feedback was we need more regional groups in there, which I had assumed because you're in the country town, maybe you know where to go. But again, the feedback is loud and clear. I'm researching on the internet. So if you are a regional organizer, and just put it there because people are looking for it. Like they're saying there's nothing in my town. So that was a revelation to me that, hey, it doesn't matter where you live, people are still searching. It could be, or you've got an event coming and people are coming into the town. You can really get participants and things because people have to travel and just keep up with the exercise routine, like Christmas or say Easter, or someone's taking an annual leave and there's something happening that could join. So that feedback was really interesting for me.
oh, that is so
And
great.
I'm trying to build on that.
Yes, and I have heard that before too, that regional, is really neglected a lot in many ways.
Yeah.
But I also love how you just wove in Christmas. So some people might say, oh, I've stopped everything now. Christmas happened. I'm totally out of touch. But instead, say someone's going to Melbourne to visit their parents or grandparents.
Yep.
They could look up that particular thing and that could keep going, which is why
Yes.
I think that's a great incentive for people to realize, because some people may not even think of that option. I love that.
Yeah. So
That
it's
is
giving you flexibility. Like I said, the whole thing is to make it really easy for you to find something and support you by inspiring you and empowering you to just go in and join. These are not our games or our communities. We are helping them by giving them a presence. So again, when you contact an organizer of a walking group, running group, whatever it is, you have to, follow their rules, or,
of course.
you're entering into someone else's community.
Yeah.
So just like anything, but the rules are in this, it's exercise, everyone's pretty friendly. Where it's for more, like with sports, if it's more intermediate, advanced, I've got filters where you can say what age bracket this is for, whether it's a gender, like if it's female only or male only. And even a beginner, intermediate, advanced, so you can actually see before you even make the inquiry what how the group runs or the community, what level it is, and then email them and ask them.
And that really saves people time. And are there like pictures to encourage people to have pictures and people to
Yes,
comment on how they experience, so they can have like a little feedback on there even from people?
Yeah, so we've got plans where you can put images of the groups in there. So some have opted for that, where you'll see or links to their socials, even to you can go in and see like you said, familiarity with who's in the group, and are there other like-minded people there looking similar. So really, yeah.
So can you
Those
just
options
say,
are there.
yeah, say your website again, because I think you said it really fast before. So people,
Sorry, yeah. It's
what is
keepactive.com.au.
keepactive.com.au. Keepactive.com.au.
Yeah.
Because that's easy to remember now. That's amazing. I love that. So is that the best way to find you? If people were to say how to
Yes.
write, that's the best way to look.
Yeah. So that's the best way. You can search for things there. And if you have any feedback or you want to get in touch with me, you can use the contact us form. But people can also find me on LinkedIn, or just if you want to do Instagram message, that's fine. But I'd suggest the feedback form and the contact us page on the website is probably the best way to get in touch with us.
I think that's fantastic. And by the way, I did look around and there is a free membership that I saw where you can explore. Is that correct? And then there's paid packages. Is that correct?
Yes. So anyone using the site to find and do searches, it's all free. For businesses and organizers who are looking for a presence. So it's free to list your business, where you get email inquiries and phone inquiries. And then we've got paid packages to put your website link and more information in there. So, and for not-for-profits and registered clubs, it's 50% discount for the full year. So it's a great incentive. I know a lot of sporting clubs provide adult social sports, and some are getting into teens. If your community is looking for those sort of events, so you can do that.
Wow, you have really thought of everything.
Well,
This is
they are,
so
you know.
good. I love it. This is gonna go big. This is gonna be massive.
Well, I'd love
You've
to
already
do
got,
that.
I think you said you've already got 20,000 or so people there. So I think
Yeah, so
it's
with
fantastic.
with 20 plus visitors monthly looking for things to do near them. So I think there's obviously a need we're fulfilling by
Mm,
having this in a platform and with lots of choices.
okay.
So yeah, that's a great start.
And when you mentioned are there blog articles there, or is it a separate web page?
No, it's the same. It's called Health and Resources, I think.
Okay.
So we try and get health related wellness, or maybe sports, everything to do with movement, fitness, health.
Mhm.
We yeah, provide information, have some experts, provide tips, practical tips to keep you going. So there's enough
How
information there to help you get
how
started.
how amazing. It's just a full package. So people can look around, they can find out what people advise. There'll be articles probably on what to do when you feel stuck, how to
Yes.
find the right people for you. I can imagine. I haven't actually had a chance to look, but from what I saw, it looked so good. And I loved it. My goodness, anyone watching this, I would say check it out, and also tell your friends, because everybody needs exercise, isn't that so?
Yes.
Designed that way to have exercise. We are designed to be social. So,
Yeah, and why not make it fun, right? Why do you have to do it alone? Let's make it fun, get it done.
yes. Why
Enjoy.
suffer? Why
Exactly.
suffer?
That's the point.
I would love to go to the gym with you, or whatever. We're going to some sort of walking club or badminton and see how fun that could be. Oh my goodness. Maybe when I'm next in Melbourne, I will
Yeah,
see where
sure.
you hang out.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Oh, see, and I love that. We met in a corporate women's group, and
Yeah.
you're gonna meet so many interesting different people there as well. Some people will be retired. Some people, like you said, will be fully immersed in business and just de-stressing in there and having that fun. That's what I love too, meeting different people from different walks of lives, and that's another
Yeah.
great opportunity, that are interested in self-care, that are interested in thriving, that are interested in staying healthy and living a fulfilled life. Anyway, I'm getting a bit carried away and excited here. But how about we leave it at that? I think we did a well-rounded little interview here to introduce
Thank you.
your beautiful work. And like I said, there will be also underneath the video, there'll be a description and how to reach Sherol and her amazing work. And so we'll leave it at this for now. So thank you so much for joining us. And maybe there'll be a part 2, who knows? Have a
Thank
great...
you, Sabine. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. See you soon.
See ya.
Ciao.